Welcome everyone again to my YouTube channel. I am Anupam Gaur, and in today's episode, we are going to demystify one of the most talked about cybersecurity concepts called Zero Trust Architecture. You have probably heard about the slogan never trust, always verify, but what does that actually mean in practice? So, by the end of this episode, you will understand not just the theory but also how it's implemented through three core components: PAP, PDP, PEP. So PAP stands for Policy Administration Point, PDP stands for Policy Decision Point, and PEP stands for Policy Enforcement Point. So let's get started. The problem with the perimeter security approach. So traditionally, cybersecurity relied on a strong perimeter, the idea that if you were inside the corporate network, you were trusted. But today, users work from home, applications are in the cloud, and devices are everywhere. The perimeter has completely dissolved. Attackers, they don't need to hack in, they just log in with stolen credentials. So, the old trust inside, verify outside model fails here. That's what Zero Trust is designed to replace. Now, what is Zero Trust? So, zero trust is a security model or a philosophy or an approach that assumes no user or device is inherently trustworthy. It's built on the principle of never trust, always verify. So, every access request, regardless of the network location, must be authenticated, must be authorized, and should be continuously validated. So, in other words, trust is not just given based on where the user is, but who the user is and how secure the context of the user is. So, for example, if the user is using a laptop with an outdated antivirus, the context of that particular user, even though the laptop is issued by a corporate policy or through the corporate inventory, but as the user is running an outdated antivirus, so the overall decision will be for that particular user a risky score, and based on that risky score, it could be high, critical, medium, the ultimate decision of whether to allow that user to access a certain file or folder in the company. So the context give you the decision making power. So it is not only just one element which decides. Traditionally it used to be the IP address, that if a user belongs to a particular segment of the network, let's say the user VLAN, allow access to the SharePoint or allow access to a certain uh, file server. But now, because the user is running an outdated antivirus, the context changes because there are so many elements. We will talk about those elements or those sources which define the context in coming slides. But the idea behind using the zero trust is that you have to look at the overall context of the user or the machine which is trying to access an application or trying to access another service, and then based on that context a decision is made. Now we will talk